I'm sure that many of you have heard of the process known as AI, artificial insemination. Upon hearing the term artificial insemination, many individuals' thoughts immediately turn to cattle or horses. However, AI can be practiced on many other species as well. Although artificial insemination is known primarily for improving genetics of species, as stated by R.H. Foote of the Department of Animal Sciences at Cornell University, the acceptance of AI technology has provided better opportunities for developing other technologies to improve animal science as well, such as sexing of sperm, estrous cycle regulation, cloning, and embryo harvesting, freezing, culture, and transfer. Today I'm going to educate all of you on artificial insemination. Before walking you through the process step by step, I'm going to introduce you to a brief history of AI. Although this procedure may seem unimportant to many of you, it is very beneficial in improving the agriculture of our country and may also be an advantage to you someday. The history of artificial insemination dates back to 1322 AD. According to an article by D.W. Webb from the University of Florida, old Arabian documents indicate that the first practice of AI was performed by an Arab chieftain wishing to mate his prize mare. Although this was the first known instance for the practice of artificial insemination, according to Webb, Spallanzani is typically known as the inventor of AI, with his reports of successfully inseminating dogs in 1780. It was not until 1938 that artificial insemination was introduced into the U.S. by an individual known as E.J. Perry, who gathered the idea after visiting similar facilities in Denmark. According to Daniel Webb, artificial insemination has grown tremendously since its introduction into the U.S., not only for improvement in genetics, but also in the control and decrease of venereal diseases within species. Today, AI continues to flourish and become more and more popular, especially amongst the dairy and beef industries. Now to begin the AI process, there are a few supplies that are essential. Lube, tweezers, aceto cutters, aceto thol, syringe sheets, gloves, an insemination syringe, isopropyl alcohol, paper towels, safety goggles, and a semen tank. A few of the less common tools can be seen here. There's an insemination syringe, tweezers, the semen tank, aceto cutters, syringe sheet, and aceto thol. At this point, you're ready to begin the artificial insemination process. The steps that I'm about to introduce to you come directly from the AI Management Manual written by ABS for the insemination of beef cattle. Although most steps should be relatively the same for many species, there may be a few differences. Before preparing anything in the process, make sure that you are ready to inseminate immediately after preparation. Keep as many sperm as possible alive and healthy. Now put on safety goggles and gloves. Open the cap of the semen tank, remove the stopper, and use your tweezers to remove one semen straw, making sure to replace the cap upon finishing. Place a plastic sheath or cover over the end of the syringe, then load the syringe with the semen straw after cutting it with aceto cutters. After letting the insemination go in, place it within coveralls or somewhere on you to keep it warm and safe. Before dealing with the animal, put on plastic gloves, lube up the gloves well to make sure that the process is as painless as possible for the female. Gather a few paper towels to place within the vulva to create a cleaning entrance for the insemination process. Now that everything is prepared, it is time to approach your animal and prepare for insertion of the syringe. For safety purposes, when dealing with large animals, use a head gaiter style. And this is just a brief introduction of the reproductive system of a cow. Pay particular attention to the rectum, the vagina, the cervix, and the vulva, because these will be organs that are discussed within my presentation. Next, grab the tail at the base and pull it to one side of the animal, making sure that both the vulva and the anus are visible. Wipe the vulva of the female, then insert one sheet of paper towel. Now it is time to enter the rectum. Using whichever hand feels most comfortable, insert one finger first, following with the remaining fingers in a cone shape. Most people find that the less dominant hand is the most comfortable hand to use. As you can see here, someone's going in at the cone shape, approaching the cervix. Once in the rectum, wrist deep, open your hand from the cone shape and begin sweeping from side to side, feeling for the pelvic brim. Continuing the sweeping motion, press your fingers down toward the pelvic floor near the brim at the midline. The cervix should be found in this general area. After locating the cervix, apply pressure to the rectal wall with your fingertips and pick up the cervix with your hand by approaching from the side and sweeping under it. This person here has swept under the cervix and grabbed it so that they can pull toward the syringe when they insert the syringe. Now to insert your syringe. Remove the syringe from coveralls or wherever you have them on you. Hold the syringe between your thumb and first two fingers, inserting at a 35 to 45 degree angle. And this can be seen here. They're going in. Pass the syringe forward until it encounters the roof of the vagina and then level out into the vaginal passageway, working up the cervix. Once inside the vagina, the syringe can usually be passed forward to the cervix. However, be prepared to readjust and continue forward if there is resistance. And some possible reasons for resistance would be a vaginal fold, which is just a dip in the vagina here, or you may have a oddly shaped cervix, which would be later on when you're further down into the reproductive tract. To be sure that the syringe is in the cervix, put your finger at the end of the cervix. You should be able to feel the syringe when you press your fingertips down. If you are on target at the end of the cervix, where it meets with the uterus, you can deposit the semen at this time. And now you have completed the process. This is what it looks like when you'll be at the end of the cervix on what we call on target. Now each of you can utilize artificial insemination to improve genetics within your personal livestock. Use your new knowledge to make your livestock more desirable and more profitable, or maybe utilize it to make a new and unique breed. Just remember, practice will make you a better inseminator, and if dealing with livestock will also allow you to be more profitable. So use your new skills, inseminate away. Who knows, you may just create the next breed to go down in history. Thank you.